Good morning, you guys. How are you doing today? All right. It seems like you guys are going through a situation. I don't know if it's a breakup, divorce, changing career, changing living environment. But there's a few different things Spirit wants you to understand about the situation at hand right now. That's odd. All right. Okay. Spirit wants you to understand that when things are coming apart, it's for your highest good. And right now, whatever situation you have going on, if it's dealing with another person, then Spirit wants you to make amends. Spirit wants you to get closure on the situation so that you can move past it. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to go to whoever the person is or the situation is to get the closure, but create it for yourself, because sometimes when you have relationships or you have this dream set and you're just like, yes, this is what's happening, this is how everything's gonna go, and then it doesn't go that way, you're left kind of stuck and wondering and trying to figure out what went wrong, why couldn't it work, why didn't this happen, why didn't that happen. And they're all valid questions. If you're able to have a conversation with that person, then do that so that you can ask the questions and get closure so that you can move forward. But if they're not available or open to it, then you have to create closure for yourself, and I know that's something that's hard, which I always say, like, just write it down because it'll make it easier. You can express whatever it is you need to express and just kind of leave it there. Burn it is usually after I write it down, I'll burn it. That's if you're not able to do face to face or have any other type of contact. But I know you feel like it's unfinished, and it's a shitty feeling when you feel that way, but please just take into account whatever it was you were supposed to learn, because Spirit is trying to close this cycle so that you can move forward, but you can't move forward if you're still looking for closure or if you're unwilling to step away from the situation. Really, the messages for today is really about change and endings. And I'm sorry for whoever's going through these things right now. This is kind of a sad embrace, and you really do have to be okay with what's going on. Embrace the sadness, allow it to flow, because Spirit wants you to be in the flow of everything that's going on. But if you're not in the flow, you're kind of pausing things. And like I said, Spirit's trying to get this cycle completed. So in order for that to happen, you have to continue progressing. And it doesn't have to be fast. Slow and steady wins the race. So Spirit wants you to take a time out, take rest, step back and observe the situation, observe what's going on, and be sure that the things that you are committing to is something you really want to be committed to, and you're not just staying somewhere out of complacency or out of fear, and when we're stuck in situations, it makes us fearful because we don't know how we're going to get to the next phase or how we're going to do this or how we're going to do that. But Spirit wants you to just kind of take a time out from that and just really watch how everything is and try to find a balance, because Spirit's looking at it like you're unraveling, like you're coming apart right now, and they want you to find a balance because I want to say it kind of fell off the wagon. I don't know why, but that's what's coming right now. So if that's the case, if you did fall off the wagon, it's nothing to dust yourself off and get back up there, okay? So please just find the balance. Spirit wants you to find the balance for your health. Okay, and in doing all of these things and allowing things to occur and to unfold, it will bring you domestic harmony, even if it's not the picture you had painted in your mind. It will bring you peace. Spirit wants you to pray. Spirit wants you to call on them when you are feeling sad or when you're feeling alone, because Spirit is always with you and they're trying to guide you. And sometimes you do have to be alone to go through this and learn what you need to learn. Okay, so just make sure that the things you're praying for come from your heart and not from a mental space or ego space. Pray for things that you truly want and that you really need help with or guidance with, and they will help you and guide you. Okay, just pay attention to the signs. Okay, now you have to stay in the present to not focus on the fear or future. You can't stay focused on the bad all the time because it's not good for you. Okay, and being afraid is not a real thing. It's something our ego creates to make us feel like we're protected from past experiences. Okay, now I really feel like this is just the ending of a relationship or a home situation or some combination. But please, Spirit wants you to get closure and please communicate. And as I've said many a time, I know it's hard for people to communicate and not say what they truly feel or whatever they're keeping locked inside. But the longer you keep these things locked inside, the more they're going to eat away at you and the more anxious you're going to become. And you're basically just driving yourself insane. So please understand, communication is really important in this situation because whatever is coming apart for a reason, and you have to allow it to happen so that you can close the cycle and move forward in your life. And I just feel really sad right now, and I'm sorry for whoever this is. I'm sorry. So, I'm sorry, whoever this is, I feel your energy, and I'm sorry you're going through this. I need a minute to disconnect my energy. Okay, so understand there's teaching and learning in all situations. So take this as a learning moment or a teaching moment. Maybe you taught someone else something they needed to learn, or you learned something that you needed to learn in this time frame. But Spirit wants you to understand that it's now time to let go and allow things to fall where they're supposed to fall. Okay, it's slow and steady, so don't rush the outcome. Don't try to rush for answers or look for things. Now is the time where you have to work on yourself and work on finding closure, even if you haven't been able to. Okay, because it is there and Spirit is there, and everything's gonna work out okay. All right, just pray to Spirit and understand that being frustrated is not going to help you in the situation. And crying is like rain, it releases all the toxicity, all the bad feelings. It makes you feel better. So embrace the sadness, allow yourself to feel it, but don't stay with it. Don't stay stuck in it. Allow it to pass. Sorry, my eyeballs. So Spirit wants you to understand that it's time to give rather than to take. So if you're someone that's constantly taking or constantly, try to give. Just try to give. And if this is in regards to another person coming in or however this is happening, they're saying that whatever is coming is going to be reliable for you. So don't be afraid And don't be fearful, understand everything's going to be okay for you. But please tend to your health, tend to finding another morning routine. Like I said, if you kind of went off the wagon, which is what it's feeling like right now, just try to get back on, just go back and say, okay, well, I did fuck up, or I went on a binge, or I did whatever the fuck it is that I did. And now I'm going to start fresh. I'm going to start again. And it's okay. It's okay to fuck up. It's okay to relapse. It's okay when all of these things happen. We're human. Okay, we're not perfect. So understand when it does happen, please go back to it. Just start again and everything will start working out. But please find a balance, because right now it looks like you're out of balance and spirit needs you to get back in balance. And allow things to play out, okay? And I'm sorry for whoever is going through this right now. I understand that it's something that's very difficult and hard to deal with, especially if you have no closure. So just try to take it as it is, and it's the best thing I could tell you right now. And I'm just sorry that this is really shitty. And allow yourself to rest, okay? But understand that resting is not the same as laziness. So if you feel like you've just been taken over by laziness and just not wanting to do things and feeling, that's a feeling of lifelessness. And that kind of leads into depression and many other things. So please go talk to someone or seek professional help if that's the route that you're feeling you're going down, to prevent it from getting worse, okay? Because while I love to sit here and say we're going to fix everything, but once it manifests on a physical level, then it needs to be treated physically, while we also work on the spiritual and emotional aspects of it. So please understand there is a difference between just being lazy and feeling lifeless and dead than to just having a day where you're just chilling and not doing anything, okay? So check with yourself to see where you're at. And if you are not doing well, just reach out and let someone know, or go to a therapist. Like, do something about it. Don't allow yourself to keep falling and unraveling and losing yourself, okay? The situation is a temporary situation. You're gonna come out of it. It is just another lesson that needs to be learned, either on your behalf or the other person's, but either way, that's all it is, okay? And you have to allow it so that it can finish on a high note. So find the closure, find whatever it is that you need, and remember, slow and steady. Don't rush anything. And watch, just watch how everything is playing out. See what's happening, see what's going on, and try to put the pieces together. You don't need to say anything, but observe, okay? So please pray to Spirit. They're asking for you to pray from your heart. And stop being fearful and don't be frustrated. They're not beneficial to you. And everything is going to be okay. But this is a time for you to just embrace what is. All right. I love you guys and thank you for watching. And I hope this message resonates with you. And I'm so sorry it was a crappy one today. Have a good day.